The Warlike Seven. Once 7 people went out to make war. The ashes, the fire, the bladder, the grasshopper, the dragonfly, the fish, and the turtle. As they were talking excitedly, waving their fists in violent gestures, a wind came and blew the ashes away. Ho! Cried the others. He could not fight this one. The 6 went on running to make war more quickly. They descended a deep valley, the fire going foremost, until they came to a river. The fire said, "Shh," and was gone. Ho! Hooted the others. He could not fight this one. Therefore, the 5 went on more quickly to make war. They came to a great wood. While they were going through it, the bladder was heard to sneer and say, "Hey, you should rise above these, brothers." With these words, he went upward among the treetops, and the thorn apple pricked him. He fell through the branches and was nothing. "You see this?" said the 4. This one could not fight. Still the remaining warriors would not turn back. The 4 went on boldly on to make war. The grasshopper with his cousin, the dragonfly, went foremost. They almost reached the marshy place, and the mire was very deep. As they waded through the mud, the grasshopper's legs stuck, and he pulled them off. He crawled upon a log and wept. "You see me, brothers? I cannot go." The dragonfly went on weeping for his cousin. He would not be comforted, for he loved his cousin dearly. The more he grieved, the louder he cried, till his body shook with great violence. He blew his red, swollen nose with a loud noise, so that his head came off his slender neck, and he was fallen upon the grass. "You see how it is?" said the fish, lashing his tail impatiently. These people were not warriors. "Come," he said, "let us go on to make war." Thus the fish and the turtle came to a large campground. "Ho!" claimed the people of this round village of teepees. "Who are these little ones? What do they seek?" Neither of the warriors carried weapons with them, and their unimposing stature misled the curious people. The fish was the spokesman. With a peculiar omission of syllables, he said, "Shuhipi." What? Clamored the eager voices of the men and women. Again the fish said, "Shuhipi." Everywhere stood young and old, with a palm to an ear. Still no one guessed what the fish had mumbled. From the bewildered crowd, witty old Iktomi came forward. Listen," he shouted, rubbing his mischievous palms together, for where there was any trouble brewing, he was always in the midst of it. "This little strange man says, 'Zuya, Unhipi, we come to make war.'" Resented the people, suddenly stricken glum. "Let us kill this silly pair. They can do nothing. They do not know the meaning of the phrase, 'Let us build a fire and boil them both.'" "If you put us on to boil," said the fish, "there will be trouble." "Ho, ho," laughed the village folk. "We shall see." And so they made a fire. "I never been so angered," said the fish. The turtle, in a whispered reply, said, "We shall die." When a pair of strong hands lifted the fish over the sputtering water, he put his mouth downward. "Whoosh," he said. He blew the water all over the people, so that Many were burned and could not see. Screaming with pain, they ran away. Well, what shall we do with these dreadful ones? They said. Others exclaimed, let us carry them to the lake of muddy water and drown them. Instantly they ran with them, threw the fish and the turtle into the lake. Toward the center of the large lake the turtle dived. There he peeped out of the water, and waving his hand at the crowd, sang out, this is where I live. The fish swam hither and thither with such frolicsome darts that his back fin made the water fly. Ehoo, whooped the fish. This is where I live. What have we done? Said the frightened people. This will be our undoing. Then a wise chief said, Ea, the eater shall come and swallow the lake. So one went running. He brought Ea the eater, and Ea drank all day at the lake, till his belly was like the earth. Then the fish and the turtle dived into the mud, and Ea said, they are not in me. Hearing this, the people cried greatly. Iktomi, wading into the lake, had been swallowed like a gnat in the water. With it in the great Ea, he was looking skyward. So deep was the water in the eater's stomach that the surface of the swallowed lake almost touched the sky. I will go that way, said Iktomi, looking at the concave within arm's reach. He struck his knife upward into the eater's stomach, and the water falling out drowned the people of the village. Now when the great water fell into its own bed, the fish and the turtle came to the shore. They went home painted victors and loud-voiced singers.